Order up! What is up, Allah? Thank you for listening to this brand new episode of the Order Up podcast, right here on Slicing Dicing Gaming Entertainment on YouTube, and of course, the Order Up podcast on SoundCloud. So, for this episode, I want to talk about something that I hear a lot, and that's I can't cook. I hear from a lot of different women, some guys, but I hear from a lot of women, my age group, a little bit older, saying that they can't cook, and I just kind of wanted to break down this idea that you can't cook. Because, in all honesty, you can cook. Cooking is not that hard, but just like everything else in life, it just requires patience. And I think the biggest stigma that people get, and I think I'm a problem of it, or I think I kind of contribute to some of the stigma, is that you see pictures of people cooking on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest or Twitter, or you see like some of these home cooks, not necessarily professionals, but maybe like home cooks that friends and family and whatever. You see like food pics, and you see these really delicious looking food pics, and then you think, well, I can't do that. And just like everything in life, you have to start smaller. Because I know I've come to people like, oh, I don't know how to fry chicken. Fried chicken is very straightforward. But I think what a lot of people don't do in cooking, and what I feel so frustrated, is that you have to have patience with cooking. Cooking is very patient, especially if you're hungry and you're trying to cook, you end up burning stuff and things like that. I mean, patience is the biggest skill and the biggest asset when it comes to cooking. Because if you try to do things too fast, that's when you end up burning things, or you miss steps, you miss ingredients, or things don't quite taste the way that you want them to. But if you go a little bit slower, if you're not in as much of a rush, you have your time to kind of, take your time, work out your steps. I mean, following a recipe is just like reading. Like, if you can make a cabinet from IKEA, you can follow the recipe and make something delicious. Even if you don't have like all the best knife skills or the best equipment or anything like that. If you have a knife, a cutting board, your ingredients, and a stove and some pots and some pans, I'm pretty sure you can make it happen. So don't ever think you can't cook. Sometimes maybe you should start a little bit smaller. Start with something that might be a little bit simpler. And then, of course, you work your way into some more challenging things. I mean, when I started cooking, I didn't start cooking, chocolate lava cakes when I was like 8 or 9. I just did that last year. It's back in 2018. So, and then if you watch like MasterChef Junior, you see these 12-year-olds who can do 5 course dinners, and yeah, I can understand why you might get depressed. But I would say just, start smaller. You can cook, and it's really just take your time. That's my advice to everybody. If you want to try a recipe or try a video, or you look at something that you might be interested in making, just find a recipe and just take your time. Just read it a few times. Read it a couple of times. Make sure you have all your ingredients. Make you have everything set up. You don't have to do a Master Chef dish, or you don't have to do anything like that. And I think cooking from home is now becoming a bigger thing in America, because now you have all of these um kind of what is it, like a kit, like a cooking kit, like Blue Apron, Hello Fresh, things like that, where now they'll send you the ingredients and they'll send you flashcards to make this, to make whatever you want for dinner. All you have to do is pay, a membership fee, and you'll get fresh ingredients. You have dinner delivered right to your door, and all you have to do is prepare it. So I think now, kind of, cooking from home is becoming a bigger thing now, especially with people that need gluten free and that are vegan and doing keto and doing this diet and that diet. Cooking from home is becoming more of a necessity, because you might not trust, what's going on, with the grocery, or you might not want to go to a restaurant because it costs too much, or you're not sure what the restaurant's using. So there's been a bigger emphasis is the word I was looking for. There's a bigger emphasis on cooking from home. And I believe you can do it. And I think the cooking is a lot of fun. You get to express yourself, was one of the big reasons why I do it. And I always tell people, like, you can do it. And like, oh, yeah, you can make that. A lot of people go, nah. But you definitely can. You definitely can cook. You can do it. Just take your time. Start with something a little bit smaller. Something that's simple, or that's pretty simple. Fried chicken, I think, is one of the simplest things to me that you can do, because it's not super complex. It's just chicken, season your chicken, flour, and then you fry it. That's it. Like, it's not that many steps. And if you don't trust me, you don't believe me, I actually have a couple episodes on the YouTube channel on Slicing Dicing Game Entertainment, where I do fried chicken, and you can definitely watch those to kind of get an idea of the process. And everybody has their own slight differences. Every family, everybody has their little nuances they do with fried chicken. But I will honestly say, like, if you want to try to make something from scratch, I would start with fried chicken because chicken's pretty popular. Like, very few people I know don't eat chicken of some kind. But yeah, that's kind of where I would start. So yeah, this is kind of a brief order up episode, just kind of talking about that. Like, if you want to be a home cook, you can be a home cook. Just go for it. Just take your time. Just be patient, and it'll come. Like, don't try to do it for likes or do it for Instagram. Don't do it for the gram. Do it because something that you really want to try to do. You maybe want to cook for your kids or for your husband or for your mom or for your dad, or whatever your reason. If you want to be more of a home cook, just kind of just take your time. Start. You don't have to go get fancy pots and pans and shit. Hell, you can go to you can go to Goodwill and find some really good plates, some good skillets and stuff. You can go to like Marshalls or TJ Maxx and find some skillets for really well priced skillets. There we go. Because I have 2 copper skillets I bought from Marshalls. They were like $8 a piece. So there you go. Anyway, this is a very short episode of Order Up. I haven't done a podcast in a little while. It was something that I was thinking about that maybe I should talk about really briefly. So, of course, thank you for listening to this brand new episode of the Order Up Podcast. Again, right here on Slicing Dicing Gaming Entertainment on YouTube, and also the Order Up Podcast on SoundCloud. On SoundCloud as well. Also, you can check out the website, www.slicingdicinggaming.com, for all things Digital Chef. You can check out the Digital Chef Facebook page. Just search Digital Chef. You see the white knife, you know it's my brand. Also, Slicing, Dicing, Gaming. It's not just a motto, it's a lifestyle. I'll see you in the next video, the next podcast, whatever other content I create. Thank you for listening once again. I'll see you later.